And welcome to the CamScanner Plus iPhone app review. This is West, and I hope you are enjoying the series on app reviews. So let's get straight into it. CamScanner, if you haven't heard of it, it's an app that allows you to scan quickly and easily any type of document into your iPhone and have it convert it to PDF or high resolution JPEG images in order for you to then do whatever it is you want to do with it, whether it be storage or if you want to upload it to Dropbox or Google Docs or anything like that. So it's got some really great capabilities, and I use this app quite a lot. So this screen here is the screen that it comes up with when you open the app. Now I'm going to give you a really quick tour of the app. I'm going to then show you and teach you how I use the app in my life in order to get the most out of it, in order to leverage my time, and in order to make full use of the app's capabilities in order to do more with less, which is one of my philosophies. So just really quickly, the app starts, if we start down the bottom left hand corner here, this is the tab that allows you to scan something or take a photo, or if you've already taken a photo of a document or some form of material that you'd like to use in CamScanner, then you can just tap from album. Okay, so I've already got some samples in here that I'll show you, so I won't go ahead and do that. I'll just tap cancel. These tabs down the bottom here allow you to change the view of the documents that you have scanned. So this is just a full-on view, and this is kind of like a list view. This tab here, what I really love about this app is it allows you to share your documents, whatever you've scanned, by Wi-Fi to your computer. So if you swivel that little switch on, it gives you a little address, and it allows you to directly download your documents from your iPhone to your computer over Wi-Fi, which is a pretty amazing little feature that I like as an upgrade from previous versions. Now the settings tab up here just allows you to play around with a few of the different features of CamScanner. I'll talk more about the lightning and the magic color a little bit later on. You get to then sync different accounts with CamScanner. So if you have a Dropbox account, a Box.net, Evernote or Google Docs, then you can put those logins in for it to easily share it with later, and a few other different features that you can have a play around with. This feature here in the top right, once you tap it, allows you to select a certain document, and then from there you can then choose to either share it to any one of these features or give it a tag depending on how you want to classify your documents, or email it as a PDF, so it'll automatically come up as a PDF. You can see there .pdf, and you just need to type your recipient's email in and it will email it for you, which is a very nice feature and very handy to have. Now, as far as the documents themselves, let's take a look at the sample here given by the cam scanning staff. This comes automatically with the app as a kind of like a test. Once you scan a few documents, this is the interface that it comes up with. Now, firstly, you can leave notes for each one by tapping on them. It allows you to tap this little icon here, and you can leave little notes to yourself on it, which is really cool. But I want you to look at the quality of the scan. The quality of the scan is insane. Now, I didn't quite understand this when I first got the app, but if I just double tap, it'll come up, and this is actually a really big, I think it probably could be A1 or A2 size mind map, and you can see that it is just crystal clear, and you can see everything as if the mind map was actually there. Now, obviously, on an iPhone, it's a little bit limited in the terms of the size, but the quality of the picture, considering the iPhone's camera, is insane. And what it does is it has a smart autofocus and it has a smart auto cropping feature, which allows you to do that. So after you take a photo, it'll usually allow you to crop it down. If I've just tapped up here, and you can see this feature here, I can hold and drag, and it'll allow me to choose the area which I'd like to crop. Once I'm happy with that, I then hit the plus button here, hit the tick, and it'll auto crop it to that. Notice it'll get bigger and bigger and bigger, and it'll just turn the usable interface into a very highly readable document. Now, this is the magic color and the contrast that you can play around with to get the best viewability. Here is the brightness, adjusting that, and just the 3 different tabs here you can have a play around with to get the best looking feature so that you can save it later on. So I'm just going to go ahead and save that, but I really love that feature as well, and that's another improvement from the previous version where you weren't able to do that. It would just do it for you. So that's pretty much the main tour of the app itself. Now, I would love to share with you some of the ways that I use the app in order to really take full advantage of its potential. So you notice that CamScanner can take photos of virtually anything. I use it for notes. Once I've taken a note on a piece of paper, or you're chatting with someone and they've written down some cool notes, or you might be with a friend and they've taken some cool notes at a seminar or an event or a lecture, and you couldn't be bothered taking them yourself or copying them down. You just basically open CamScanner, take some photos, and you've got it. You can just create a PDF there and then, which is amazing. Other incidental type documents like invoices or certificates that you need a handy reference to, does really well. I also have used it for business cards, but I actually have a business card app made by the same company called CamCard that I prefer to use specifically for business apps, which I might for business purposes, which I might review at a later date. But if you don't have that, then business cards are also a fantastic way to use this app. I also like to scan and save all my mind maps. So just like this one here, you know, I use a whiteboard, and I sometimes use a big sheet of A2, A1 paper and just scribble down some thoughts on a project or an idea. And before, I would just sort of erase it, and I wouldn't keep it, and I would, you know, use the mind map for clearing my mind, but there was no way for me to reference it later on. But with CamScanner, I can just basically record them all. I upload them all to Dropbox, and I have a record now of all the mind maps that I've created, and I can refer to them anytime that I want to. And I think it's pretty awesome. I was very impressed by that feature. Just any other incidentals that I used around the house, for example, movie tickets that you print out that has a number on it. I mean, I don't want to be carrying, you know, pieces of paper to the movies, so I actually have been cam scanning them and just showing the receptionist, the attendant, my iPhone with the number on it, and they just give me my ticket. Any post office box pickup forms that you need to carry anywhere where you need to carry forms and paper to places. It just removes having to carry paper when you can show them the exact same digital format on your iPhone through CamScanner. I really like that. Another way that I like to use it is when I'm traveling and I'm on a computer and I see a really cool thing that I need to refer to later on. For example, if I'm lost and I'm looking up Google Maps on where to go somewhere, I'll bring the map up on the computer screen, and I'll cam scan the actual screen and take a photo of it so I could refer to it later. Another way I've used it is, booking hotels online rather than trying to save everything and email everything. I just, go to my top picks and CamScan the details, so it's there ready for me in my iPhone when I need it. It's just a very handy tool to have all around. Now those are just some of the ways that I've used it, and the main ways, but obviously you can use it in many other ways. It also beautifully creates PDF documents, so if you like having the document to save rather than big large images, it converts that really well down to PDF documents as well. So overall, it's really handy, and that's why it's always been on the front page of my my iPhone. Now, just a few things I always like to talk about, some of the improvements that I see in the way that people could use it, or in the app itself. Number one, to my knowledge, it doesn't convert any scans into text as yet. So, even for example, on this particular scan here, or here, which is what I've listed out. This is actually a screen cap of some of the apps I'd like to review in future, but it doesn't convert that into actual text. So some scanners do, but this one doesn't. So I feel that could be an improvement. And the second thing is, with a lot of the documents that you scan, you need to have very good lighting. So if you have, if it's dark or it's night or there's shadows, and most people aren't very savvy with lighting, you will get bad scans. So you need to get it out into preferably sunlight, or in near a window with sunlight, and make sure that the whole area of the document is lit. Otherwise you'll get dark spots and it won't pick it up very well. So overall, as I said, I think it's a great app, and I highly recommend it. It's the best of its type in its category, hands down. You'll see other ones there, but this is my pick, and I'm going to give it a rating of 93%. It's really helped me out in the past, and for the price that you pay for it, it's an extremely good value if you know how to use it properly. So thanks for listening, and I'll see you in the next app review.